Which first-round matchups are you circling for interest? And then I'm going to ask you for upset. What do you think, Jay?
I mean, those are kind of the most interesting ones, or the ones you think will be kind of upsets. I think UC San Diego and Michigan is a scary game for Michigan because UC San Diego's won 15 games in a row. This is their first year of eligibility for the tournament. And I'm going to really enjoy watching Charles Barkley try to say Aniwa Tate Jones, who's their best player. And then they got another guy named Hayden Gray. He's going to go Anawana. I'm pretty sure. But Aniwa Tate Jones is their best player, and then maybe Hayden Gray is their best player because he's their most versatile. But they can really defend. They force a lot of turnovers, and Hayden Gray leads the nation in steals. And then Yale and Texas A&M is another good one because Yale is they're legit. They can beat somebody. John Poulikitis is their best player, left-handed shooter. They've got a wing named Bez Mbang. Danny Wolf played with them last year when they beat Auburn, and then transferred to Michigan. And Michigan's got 2 7-footers that play pick and roll together, Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. But Yale can beat Texas A&M. It's going to be a chaotic game for them, but if they take care of the ball, I think they've got a legitimate shot. Because Poulikitis had 28 last year against Auburn. He had 23 against Purdue this year. They could certainly win that game.
So those are your two. My gosh, they're in the same part of the bracket. Those are your two.
Yeah, they're in the same region. I mean, there are other ones like Drake. I think can beat Missouri. I think Colorado State can beat Memphis. But it's funny, Rich. Like the stuff that we tend to talk about, like UC San Diego is going to be a media darling for upset picks, and Michigan's going to hear that. And some of these other teams that aren't being talked about are the more likely upset, ones to pull an upset. The ones you're talking about, usually the other team is going, all right, we'll show you. And oftentimes the upset doesn't come to fruition. And I think those two things are related.
Well, I'm sure Dusty May's already pulling the card of, hey, we won the tournament and we're a 5 seed. We're a 5 seed and everybody else that we beat is seeded better than us. And so I guess just throw that on the fire if everybody's going to be picking UC San Diego to beat Michigan.
And that stuff helps. I don't think it helps a team once the game starts. Hey, we're disrespected and all that. I do think it helps sharpen your focus in your preparation. So if they're focused in preparation because everybody's saying they're going to be an upset victim, I do think that helps. Once the game starts, it doesn't help at all.
So, okay. And what's the name of the kid on UC San Diego that is polysyllabic but could be turned into a full 4-letter word for me Thursday night? What's his name?
Aniwa Tate Jones.
Okay. Very good. Good to know that. I'll keep that in mind. And so your pick to win it all. Have you made one yet, Jay? You got one for me?
Yeah, I got Florida. I think, my Final Four is a little bit chalky. Last time all 4 number 1 seeds, it's the only time since they started seeding, made it to the Final Four. Each one of them made it, was 2008. And the Final Four was in San Antonio. And this year, even though I liked St. John's and I do like Michigan State's draw, I actually have all 4 number 1 seeds advancing because I think I like the draw each one of them has. I think Duke's got the best draw. But a number of teams that I really like Iowa State, Alabama, they've got some injuries, and those are going to affect. They may not affect them early, but overall, I don't think that bodes well for a championship run.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.